Hi guys, welcome to NBA Knowledge. Today I'm joined by RichDMC. Rich, how are you doing?
I'm doing well today, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. So how long have you been watching the NBA or following the association?
Hi. As a Canadian, my childhood, and I think I was just talking to somebody about this, about my quasi Laker fandom as a young child. As a Canadian, obviously there wasn't a whole ton of NBA growing up, so I'll say that my introduction to the NBA really probably came in the mid to late '80s. Before that,
Wow.
it was really sporadic. You'd get to see maybe a Lakers game, and so I was joking that I liked the Lakers because they had cool purple and yellow jerseys that reminded me of the LA Kings hockey team. And when I was a kid, I had a thing for Charlie Simmer, who was a hockey player for the LA Kings in the late '70s, and he had a cool hockey card, cool mustache. So when you're a kid, you gravitate to weird things, and so I like the Lakers because of the purple and gold. And then obviously when Jordan came along, he was the be all end all of life as a grade 9. Both culturally and sort of significantly in terms of sports and things like that. He kind of bridged the gap between coolness and sports and athleticism. So kind of latched onto the Bulls and those types of teams and the Trailblazers in the late '80s and early '90s. And then obviously when the Raptors came along, really piqued my interest in knowledge of watching the rest of the league and really getting to know some more about NBA history. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're here because I've been playing this game in the past week, and I've gotten some questions from the '80s and '90s.
Okay.
And oh boy, I've struggled, and yeah, sometimes it's been really embarrassing. So
Well,
I'm
maybe
glad that you're here.
our time frames will overlap and complement one another then, because there's certainly some gaps in my time
Exactly.
frames where I wasn't watching quite as much.
Yeah, that happens. At some point, I was like playing more fantasy. At some point, like I was doing more Top Shot. At some point, like I wasn't follow. Like I was, at some point I was watching the Spurs only. I
Yeah.
mean, for like 20 years, and then for the past 5 years, I've watched the league more broadly, right? So yeah, so it's just interesting, how like our fandom can like not switch, but like it can
It
morph. It can,
evolves. It definitely evolves for sure.
yeah. So that's super interesting. All right, buddy. So I'm gonna begin. Let's go to the games. So where would you like to begin? We got full core guess, hoop connect, IQ, rank, and player path.
Your choice, host's choice.
All right. So I always go with full court. So we'll get 3 guesses, and we have to try to guess who the player is. So let's get into it. The first guess, the first clue is that this player is a 2000 Kia NBA MVP. Clue number 2, he's a 4-time NBA scoring champion. And clue number 3, an 11-time NBA All-Star.
Uh-huh.
And I think we get 3 opportunities to guess it correct.
Well, let's try to get out of the first one then, of course, right?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
So if we go to 2000 and 2001 and we think about MVP, I always think about Shaq, Tim Duncan. Who else won in the early 2000s? Allen Iverson.
That's who I was thinking for this question. A 4-time NBA scoring champion.
So Tim Duncan, I don't think won the scoring championship very much. You'd probably know better than I did.
Timmy wasn't interested in scoring.
No, all of them had a lot of All-Star games, but that's a pretty long career. 11 All-Star appearances.
Yeah, definitely. This player is a Hall of Famer. It has to be a Hall of Famer. So I like the idea of Iverson.
I think that was the year he won the MVP because that was the year they went to the finals, was it not?
All right, so let's try Allen Iverson. When we think about scorers, oh, there you go. So today's his 49th birthday.
Wow. How many times did Shaq win the scoring title? I don't know. I'm not the part about NBA knowledge. I'm pretty good at names and obscure timelines and stuff, but I'm not necessarily good at quantifiable stats. So the number of times that Shaq won the scoring title, I'm not.
I wouldn't know this. I think that's why they give you 3 clues. Another person that I was thinking about was T-Mac, because T-Mac was very dominant around that time.
Did he ever win the MVP though? I don't think he ever won MVP, did he?
No, you're right. He was close. All right, so here we go. We're playing. We have to connect. We have to find a a teammate that both of these players had throughout their NBA career. So we got J.R. Smith and Nikola Jokic. We need to find somebody that played with both of them.
And we want to try to find the most rare occurrence of this, right? So the more obscure, the better.
Correct.
Okay. So what are some common teams we've got? So JR, Denver. He played in Denver for a little while. I don't know if he actually overlapped.
Yeah, I think that's where he started.
Did he overlap with Jokic much? Might have been his rookie year, Jokic's rookie year, maybe a bit.
Oh.
But I guess we have to connect them through a common teammate anyway. So lots of choices.
No, I think so maybe the only player that's currently with Jokic would be Jamal Murray. So he would be a suspect. But I think
JR was in
But I think by the time Jokic was drafted, they were already rebuilding. So I think J.R. Smith would have been out. So I think it's definitely a player that's currently a veteran.
So JR was in Cleveland.
That's correct.
Who's been? I'm trying to think of common players between Cleveland and Denver. I mean, JR did a bit of a world tour. That's the problem. Towards the end there, right? He was on a number of teams, had a lot of teammates.
Do you know who it might be? It might be Jokic's backup center, DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan would be I think he would definitely. I think he definitely probably.
Because I think perhaps DeAndre played at some point with J.R. Smith in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Would you like to try that one?
Sure.
All right. So. Let's see. Hopefully, no.
Did not.
Wow.
So we'll have to go something more obvious. Who's on Denver and where else did JR make some pit stops?
I can't think of anywhere else where he went. I only remember him in Cleveland. Oh, New York. He was in New York. Never mind.
I'll admit I don't know a lot of players from the sort of early mid-aught 2000s when Jokic was playing a lot there. When there would have been more commonality when JR was in Cleveland. I'm trying to think some. I don't want to get stumped. I have to think of somebody. The rarity at this point is irrelevant. It's more trying to think of a for sure name. I'm trying to think of.
Okay, so who's the oldest player in Denver right now? Like KCP?
Did Andre Miller play with?
Andrew Miller. Ooh, yes, I think that's a great one.
Because he played in Denver and he played in Cleveland. What do you?
Yeah. I like that one. All right, let's go for it. I'm scared. No.
Who else was on those Cavs teams that played in the finals years and years ago?
So like they had Vera Jao, who didn't play with Jokic. They had other Tristan Thompson.
Kyrie, no.
Not LeBron.
Kentavious, did the KCP ever play with J.R. Smith?
They may have crossed paths at some point, but
at least he's another journeyman. I'm trying to think of other people who've been around a number of teams.
Yeah.
Been on the same team.
Sometimes when I'm running out of options, there's always some players that I can think of. So there's Robin Lopez, H. Smith, and there's somebody else. The
guys who've been on 15 teams.
Yeah. What's the other player? I think is the guy that's in Indiana right now. Oh, he was in Indiana. The guy he has the black belt, or his parents have black belts.
Oh, James Johnson.
Yeah. So we could try one of those three. Who are you feeling good about?
Don't know, man. I'll say
this is a tough one. Let's go with H. Smith. I don't know. Let's see. He's been in like 15 teams. Oh, hold on. There's another player, Jeff Green. Jeff Green.
Oh, Jeff Green. He must have played with JR.
So Jeff Green is okay. Let's try Jeff Green.
At least we know for sure he was on Denver. He's played with Jokic for sure.
Yes, we got it. We got it.
Not a crowning glory.
That's the wild card. That's the wild card for this game.
They found our weak spot, J.R. Smith. I lost your audio there.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. All right, can you hear me now?
I can. It's still a little muffled, but it's okay.
All right, sounds good. So we're back. All right, so let's go to the next game. So we're gonna play ranked. So we'll be given like a random event in the NBA, and then we have to organize the players. So we gotta rank these players by points scored yesterday.
Oh,
so we got Jalen, Al Horford.
I was just looking at a box score in relation to our rather poor fast break showing as a community last night. So I think we should be able to. Luka was for sure first.
Okay, cool.
And then Kristaps.
Porzingis scored 20.
Yeah, and PJ Washington actually was a sneaker as well.
What about Jalen?
Jalen had 23, I think. Did he? Was he more than KP?
Yeah. So that's more. So let's switch that, and then PJ, and then last Al Horford. All right. So I feel good about this one. I didn't watch the game. It was at 4 a.m. and then I woke up. I turned on the TV.
It's a pretty tough time difference.
It was a 20-point game. And I was like, okay, I'll open my eyes again when it's closer. And then I woke up at the end, and it was a disaster.
It was an interesting game. Hey, there we go. Nice.
You got them all correct.
We redeemed ourselves after a not so great performance in the last round.
No, but you know what?
It was an interesting game. It was I thought it showed a little bit of everything. I think the end, the lopsided score at the end didn't necessarily show how close Dallas made it, or how many nervous fans there probably were in Boston at the midpoint of the third quarter when Dallas got it down to 8 points. Because Boston came out and just like a house on fire, and the crowd was going nuts, and everybody was hitting every three, and the announcer was screaming everybody's name on the threes.
Oh, wow.
And it looked like it might be one of those, holy crap, this is going to be a real blowout. But then Dallas really came storming back, and you could see the crowd was just getting really nervous, like, oh, crap. Dallas was feeling confident, but then Boston made a couple of adjustments. JT and JB took over the game a bit and sort of put the margin back up to a healthy margin, and then ended up being a bit of a blowout. But it was close. It hung in the balance for a couple minutes there in the middle of the third quarter, I'd say.
Yeah, I definitely gotta go back and watch the highlights. All right, so we're going to player path. And then we'll see what happens.
Let's hope it's somebody that we know.
Hopefully our Raptors. All right, so today player.
Oh, Jordan Clarkson. There's only 3 teams, though. That should be fairly easy.
Okay, but we only get one attempt.
Well, he started on the Lakers, did he not? Okay, so hold on a sec here. So he's currently with let's think about this logically. He's currently with the Jazz, right? That's where he is.
Correct.
Nothing's happened where he's been traded or anything recently.
No, he's still there.
As far as I know, he started at the Lakers, but I honestly don't remember him on the Cavs at all. So now I'm wondering if he was drafted by the Cavs, and then traded to the Lakers before he actually ever played a game.
Oh, it could be one of those situations.
Because he was part of was he part of the? What trade was he part of that got him to Cleveland? If he did go to Cleveland. Was that LeBron? You go the other way when LeBron came over?
No, they didn't trade for LeBron.
Was it a sign and trade though? Did they have like one of those things where they gave him some stuff just to clear cap space?
I do believe that Jordan Clarkson was with Josh Hart and all of those players. So yeah. I think he was there from the beginning. I think he was drafted by
I'm
them.
pretty sure. That's why I thought he was an LA guy early on, right? So he must have been involved in one of those trades that went to Cleveland in the middle somehow, and then
and sometimes players can spend 6 months, 3 months somewhere for a bit, and then they go somewhere else. So that's the tricky part. So we're feeling good about this, right? It's like,
I think so. Yeah, and that's otherwise we'll be educated. So this will be interesting. I'll learn something.
Yeah, that's true. we'll find some. We'll find some like dark Top Shot moments. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay, good. So he was there for 1 season only.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, and that was the bubble season. So that's why.
Oh, yeah. That's how we don't remember anything. All right. So, so we've gone 4 for 4. Now we gotta go to IQ. The difference with IQ is that we'll get a timer. So that's gonna put a lot of pressure. So you're gonna have to just throw names as me, so as I type them, right?
Okay.
So, all right. So let's see. So we gotta list the last 5 players to have 18 plus points in the first half of their finals debut.
Okay, so I think I remember Mike Breen talking about this last night at some point because Luka did it. So
all right,
the first one.
Let's begin. Luka. Nah.
Oh, we did it.
No.
Okay.
No.
So last year, Murray.
Jamal. Yeah. And then this year, definitely like Porzingis must be in it.
Oh, he did. That's right. Sorry, that's what it was in relation to. It wasn't Luka.
Okay,
it was
cool.
Porzingis. Who did the Nuggets play last year? Jimmy Butler?
But it would have to be his debut game or whatever.
That would have been his finals debut, though, right? Wasn't it?
So I think we're gonna get one for every year. So we gotta go to 2022. So Jordan Poole maybe. So that's when the Warriors won. No, it's not.
Warriors played Boston. Tatum. Did Tatum do it?
Tatum. Yeah. Tatum would be a good one, especially all these younger players.
Tatum didn't do
Giannis.
it. Yes.
Jokic.
Booker.
Oh yeah, true. That'd be a good one. An extra. Oh yeah. No.
Curry, Durant.
Yeah. We're gonna start throwing the big names. Stephen Curry, Durant. No. Kawhi. Fred VanVleet.
Did he have
no
Pascal? Did Pascal have a big first half in this first game? Maybe.
He was a bench player, kind of. Lowry.
I don't think any Raptors.
Gotta be a Raptor. Klay Thompson. No.
Shaq.
LeBron. Yeah, let's go with some classics. LeBron.
Kobe.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Was Michael Jordan out there? So there's somebody more recent than that?
No.
That's crazy.
Oh, boy.
What, Jamal? Jason Terry. Okay, I was never going to guess that one.
Yeah, Jason Terry with the Mavs and Anthony Davis during the bubble. Wow.
Okay.
And then all the way back to 2001 with Allen Iverson.
So we were going in the right direction with Shaq and stuff like that, but yeah.
Yeah. We would. I don't think we would have ever gotten Jason Terry.
Not Jason Terry. No way.
No way.
So, I mean, it sounds familiar now, but even then, I'm trying to remember the Jason Terry game one when they lost to the Heat. Okay.
Yeah. Really, really tough one. I could have thought of some.
I would have guessed Dwayne Wade a billion times before I would have guessed Jason Terry.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, well.
Hey, we went 4 for 5. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun. We had some comments. Drew NFT was throwing us some names.
We should have looked for the comments to get some help. I didn't even do that part. I don't have enough brain cells to look at something else on the screen while
I try not to look at the comments until like after we finish the game, like each specific game. So, but yeah, Drew NFT said Westbrook. He said Allen Iverson. So yeah, and he said Wade, Shaq.
Yeah, a few good names. So
But nobody
would have
guessed
been
Jason
excellent
Terry.
choices.
Nobody had Jason Terry on
No,
their bingo
no,
card.
no.
So we can feel
Nobody.
safe. We can feel safe sleeping in the fact that we're not shamed in this answer.
Exactly. So,
I had a lot of
that
fun
was
too, man. Thanks a lot for doing these.
yeah,
These are
yeah,
a great time.
yeah. That was a great outing. And whenever you want to come back, just let me know. Deal?
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. We have to go 5 for 5 next time.
Awesome. Sounds like a great goal.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thanks a lot.
So take care. Bye bye.
Have a great day.